Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, and indeed this is a live news show for movie fans, where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day, including celebrity news, entertainment news. Yes, this is an entertainment channel. This is a celebrity news channel. This is a movie news channel, a movie talk channel. That's what we do here. We talk about movies, yes, including what's going on with Chris Hemsworth in Extraction 3. Alicia Vikander talks about Tomb Raider 2 and that canceled project. We'll talk about that. Vin Diesel talks about possible Fast and Furious spin-off movies. Will they include time travel? Ooh, maybe, I don't know. But we start off today's show by talking about that TikTok ban that's happening in the U.S. TikTok's lawsuit against Montana is a test case amid national ban debate. Guys, I've been keeping my eye on this because, well, I am on a social media platform here on YouTube, but the TikTok one seems very curious to me because it is, well, up for scrutiny in the states that some states are looking to ban it, and it looks like Montana has. Now, I don't know exactly how they're going to do that, but it seems like what they've been doing is they've banned people from downloading it. So if you already have it, then I don't know. I guess the only other thing that they could do is ban the IP, right? Like just totally ban anything that says TikTok on it gets absolutely banned from their servers. And now they can do that, but then what's stopping somebody from using like a VPN or something like that? This is going to be like the first. This is like the first assault on it. I have to be honest with you guys here. I was really reluctant to join TikTok for the longest of times because I know where it's from. I know which country it's from. I know where the funding for that website comes from. You heard the reports that they can farm your information. So for me, if let's say that North America decided to ban it, which I don't think is going to happen, despite efforts like this. If TikTok got banned, I would be kind of like, oh well, whatever. People use Instagram would be happy with that. So would Facebook, and well, actually YouTube here also would be happy with that. TikTok really, for me, my experience with it, I've been finding that they've come out and publicly said that their algorithm works on, they pick favorites. They're not shy of saying, oh yeah, if somebody does well, then we'll promote their material over everybody else's. Every now and then, like one of mine's videos up there will hit, but I don't believe in their algorithm. I do everything else and like do all the meta tags and stuff like that. And sometimes, it just caps out. Like why would a video about Dune only have 8 views, right? Why would a Little Mermaid thing only have like 269? Like, and then it just stays there. Logically, if the algorithm is, or, the feeds are true, then somebody should just casually, the odds are that some people will just casually, by accident, stumble across these videos, but they don't. It just seems to come out and then get buried. You guys see me complain about that for YouTube stuff as well, that it just seems to come out and then flatlines. Like what? No, there's so many videos out there that statistically, the numbers just wouldn't stop like this. Like it just wouldn't happen. Like 12 views for a Little Mermaid video. Really? Seriously. I don't buy that. And besides, with TikTok, it's so fickle when it comes to working on a Chrome browser. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You get that little error message saying, oh, the site can't be accessed. And it's kind of like, get out of here with that. So for me, if TikTok were to be banned, I would be no love lost for me. I know a lot of people like it because it's got the nice, cool filters on there and stuff. But I'm kind of like, they're going to try. You can see that they're trying to ban it in the States. And this is going to go to probably up to the Supreme Courts and stuff like that to try to sort that out. And as I said, for me, it's going to be no love lost. And actually, to tell you the truth, I'd be kind of happy if it did, because again, as I said, I know which country it comes from. And despite that, they say that they're not spying on stuff. All websites gain your metadata, gain and listen to you. Like they listen when it's off, guys. And remember, your phone is not your property. But James, I bought it. This is it's mine. I love this thing. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. No, no, no. If you read the fine contract, this phone is not yours, right? Everything that's inside of it, it doesn't belong to you. Yeah, you paid for it, but it's kind of like if they want to turn on the microphone and camera when you're not using it, they can, and they do. And that's why sometimes you're just talking about, what shall I eat tonight? Shall I have some Subway? Oh, I would really love some Subway. And then you go online and you get ads for like Subway. Right here, guys. And it's not a secret. I worked for a phone company. Trust me, it says it right there that they do. You can put settings on your phones that do turn off all the other devices, like the listening devices, which I have unlocked through my, because I just know about this stuff, right? I went on and I turned off sensors off. You gotta add this button to your thing. And then if you're really, really sensitive about, like for me, hey, if you want to listen to me going to the bathroom, fine. If you want to listen to me going to sleep, fine. You want to listen to me on social media or talking with my family, fine. We're not giving away any secrets here. I'm not saying the passcodes for the family fortune to get into the vault is 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't tell anybody. Like people take their privacy so to ridiculous extremes that it's got to be private. Everything about my life is I got the right to my privacy and everything, but let me carry around my phone that's tracking where I'm going, where my walk paths are in the city. It's kind of like, guys, you can't have it both ways. But the TikTok thing, I am keeping my eye on because it is something that is going to impact social media. So it's a lateral thing for us here on YouTube, where I don't expect it to get much traction. I don't expect it to actually happen because there's things like VPNs and people they'll find a workaround for it. Eventually, once YouTube steps up their game, though, and they can get the shorts working just like TikTok, where you can get all like the filters on it and stuff, like the de-aging filter and all that kind of stuff. I'm waiting really for YouTube to make it so much easier to make shorts from their own content. They've started to do it, but I did one from my Sunday show yesterday, and it was kind of like, it was awkward and clunky, like the interface. They'll get there. They'll get there, but keep our eye on this on the TikTok. Are you guys on TikTok? Is TikTok a big thing for you? And if it got banned in your state, is that going to impact you? If it gets banned in the country, wow, that would be a big thing, right? Guys, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and we will talk about it. All right, as you know, we do a movie news live show, 11 a.m. So as you can see, there are all my other social media handles. Yes, there's one for TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Sometimes those little shorts that we put up here on YouTube, sometimes you can see extended versions of those on TikTok and Instagram. All right, and as I said, this is a live movie talk channel, so we have some live chats here from Byford to Hobbit that says, hey, Chris Schober says, hi, how are you today? I'm pretty good, fairly good. So starting off things a little bit politically, but whatever. I didn't talk too much about which sides are pitting there against the TikTok stuff, so I'm just getting into that. So let's continue on with the movie news. Yesterday, while I was out for my walk, Ray Stevenson, headline, breaking news, Ray Stevenson had passed on at the age of 58. And I posted a quick short reaction to it. I was just in shock. I was just like, wow. Ray Stevenson, actor in Punisher Warzone, RRR. He was in Thor as well, but he just did a bunch of stuff for Ahsoka that he's going to appear in. And I was like, 58, damn, man, that's too young. As of this morning, there hasn't been a cause of death revealed, but I'm guessing that maybe it was the ticker. or because if it's a car crash or something, then they usually say something, right? Born in Northern Ireland, 1964, he began his career in TV shows. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go through the resume of Ray Stevenson, and yeah, it kind of it took me by surprise because we saw the Ahsoka trailer where he's going to be like one of the I don't know if he's like an inquisitor or he's going to be somebody different because he's got an orange blade. But I was just like, wow. And I was looking forward to seeing what he was going to do in this. So I don't know how they're going to how that's going to affect the Ahsoka property. I'm sure they're going to have to deal with that when it comes. But I'm looking forward to Ahsoka. Well, he was one of the reasons too. I wanted to see what he was going to do, right? Why does he have an orange blade in this? Is he a Sith? Is he not really a Sith? Dave Filoni says that it's going to be all explained because he is using he is using the Force for attack here. He's lifting someone up. Very Darth Vader-ish. He's played bad guys before. I mean, he was a bad guy in RRR that we did a full live reaction for here on the channel. I hope people said rest in peace here. Okay, I will. I'll put it here in the comments. RIP. There you go. Whoops. Comment. Yeah. Rest in peace. So what else has he worked in? Let's go and take a look at his resume and pay our respects. Just shocking. I'm just, life sometimes just, it's too short. So he's got 2 upcoming projects with the Ahsoka and Gateway to the West, which is in post-production. So he's all done. He's all done with these, actually. Baylan Skoll. Baylan Skoll is his name here. Baylan Skoll. So he did voice a character for Clone Wars, but it's not the same character. Baylan Skoll. Das Boot TV series, Memory, RRR, Vikings. So he was in Vikings. 11 episodes. Okay. I need to watch Vikings. Really, I really need to. Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, he was Volstagg. In the Thor movies, he was Volstagg. The guy with the beard. Right? He was in Divergent. I like Divergent because of who? Who, guys? Who do I like in Divergent? Shailene Woodley. Theo James was in that as well, right? Yeah. Triss. Shailene Woodley. Jai Courtney. Ray Stevenson was Marcus. Ashley Judd was also in that. So he's had a storied career. He's worked with great talents. What was your favorite Ray Stevenson project? And it was fun. It was fun seeing him show up in RRR. You know, he was the bad guy in that too. He's just somebody that he's been here for a while, in the background in things like Rome and Walking Dead, just small roles here and there, putting in his work, building out that resume that he's been working for a long time, it looks like. And it just came in yesterday. Yeah, and it's just like, wow, 58, that is too young. I don't know anything about his personal life, guys, or anything like that. If he was a smoker or a drinker or anything like that, it's just, and sometimes you could be someone who's in peak physical condition, and if the guy upstairs, St. Peter, says it's time for you to come, then it's just time, and it's just, man, because it seemed like he was having a bit of a resurgence, right? Because of RR&R, and because of like Ahsoka coming up, he was going to be a name that people were going to be talking about for a while. Just kind of like, oh, I'm really curious to see what he's going to do next. He has that presence, right? Even in small roles, he's got that presence where it's just like he's got that stature, right? And that's people liked him in Punisher Warzone as well, right? So rest in peace, Ray Stevenson. Okay. And it, yeah, that, yeah. Okay, let's keep on going with some other sort of weird news from Melissa McCarthy at a interview up there on Variety. Melissa McCarthy reveals a hostile, volatile set left her physically ill and the crew weeping. My eyes were swelling up. So she went on to talk about a bad experience working on set. And guys, you hear the horror stories sometimes out there, and from people that you wouldn't even expect, like Ivan Reitman. Where it's kind of like, yeah, you get on a set and then you've got some director who shouldn't be in the director's chair, barking, dressing down people, attacking people. Get up there, you effing blank, beep, 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 beep kind of thing, right? It's like, yell at the person to get into line, but don't degrade them. And then don't let your emotions and frustrations let them chew you out. Like, I understand as a director, or even as a producer, sometimes you have to get the people moving. You got to drive the machine. And to do that, sometimes you got to elevate your voice, right? But never in the attack. Don't attack people. And it sucks. Like, even for somebody of her stature too, she's not immune to it. And to hear this account, it bummed me out. Because as much as some people are kind of like, well, she's hit or miss, some of her projects suck, and if they suck, then I don't care how her experience was. No, guys, I'm not like that either. I agree. A lot of the projects, like, was it that Thunder movie where she was a superhero with Octavia Spencer? Terrible. Tammy, awful. But I don't wish her ill will. So in an interview with The Observer, she said that there was a toxic set that left many cast and crew weeping. Yeah, I don't stand for that. I do not stand for that. And when the actors' contracts come up, like the Actors Guild comes up, they're going to have to address that issue as well, where it's kind of like, yeah, we can't have this toxicity on set where there's one or two people creating chaos. So she said, it did work for someone who once ran such a volatile, hostile set that it made me physically ill, McCarthy said, quote, my eyes were swelling up. I was absorbing all of this nuttiness. There were weeping people, visibly upset by this one person, she added. And I think that's why the manipulation worked, because to get to me, this person would fire people I loved. Oh, now that makes me very angry. When you take it personally, you go after people that they work with, like their entourage. No, that's getting really tiny, petty, and I don't stand for that. Which kept me quiet. It was very effective. Then one day I was like, it stops today. I just keep on saying to them, it stops, and I know that I'll never keep quiet again. Good for her. So she championed it. She rose above it, and that just makes me respect Melissa McCarthy even more. Good for her that she stood up against it. And I hope these articles don't go into say which project it was, but I'm kind of like, you got to fight that. You got to fight people like that. And if I were ever in this business and I caught wind of who was doing that, I myself would use the powers, like my trust circles and stuff, to say, oh, that guy over there, that director, yeah, I'm not working with them, and here's why you should probably not work with them. And then you build up that bad kind of rapport for that one person that they've got to either correct, make amends to these people, because that stuff stays with you. If you go after somebody in the way that you're going to fire the people that they work with and stuff just to make your point, to make them feel tiny, that stuff stays with you until like the very end. And let me guess, let me tell you this: when St. Peter is looking at you and saying, "Should you come in to these gates behind me?" that stuff is all going to come up. It stays with you right to the end. And if you can't even be cognizant of that, then you don't deserve enlightenment. You don't deserve peace. It'll always stay with you. But Melissa McCarthy, I'm glad that she stood up to it, and she was endured, and she's going to be a stronger woman because of it. And I lots of people ragged on her for working with her husband, because she's somebody who does stay and work with her husband. At least with her husband, you know that she's not going to be in an environment like that. And we could go to her IMDb and look for projects where she's not with her husband, and look for some of the earlier stuff. Um, yeah, yeah, it bums me out, man. So we wish her the best, and I'm glad that she's. It's like when she's declaring this stuff here in the public forums. This is her catharsis. This is her getting rid of it. This is her expelling those demons from her, so she can move on and say that stuff no longer bothers me anymore. That stuff doesn't affect me anymore. And she's doing it to help inspire other people out there who are dealing with toxic situations, and saying that this is what you can do. This is what you should do, and one day it's going to be better for you, right? So kudos to Melissa McCarthy. I just felt like that was totally worth talking about. Okay, let's talk about Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious 10 is out in theaters right now, guys, and Vin Diesel was asked, are there going to be any spin-offs in the works? Vin Diesel says Fast and Furious spin-offs are in the works, including female-led movie. Talks about surprise cameos in Fast X. Yeah, there were some cameos in there. That was one of the highlights of Fast 10. Was that, like, you don't know who was going to show up. Like it was kind of like, yeah, Vin Diesel worked, yeah, in his circles, in his social circles, to say collectively, oh, I want to work with that person, like a Helen Mirren. I want to work with Gal Gadot. Let's bring them in. He's got that circle that he brings those people in, and it pays off. It paid off in Fast 10, right? For sure. So a female-led movie, spin-off. Vin Diesel says Fast and Furious franchise is already in the works. Well, we've had Hobbs and Shaw, but I don't know if we're ever going to get a second one for that. I started developing a female spin-off in 2017 with other spin-offs, and the sooner I deliver the finale, the sooner I can launch those spin-offs. So remember, he said that the studio was talking about making these final films a trilogy instead of two, because originally it was going to be Fast 10 and Fast 11 was going to be the final film. But depending on how well Fast 10 does here at the box office, it really depends if it's going to be in a trilogy. And here too is that the faster that he can deliver the finale for Fast, his versions of the Fast movies, then he can work on the spin-offs and stuff. So it almost seems like two for him, that it should be wrapped up with Fast 11. I don't think that they should make it a trilogy. Wrap it up with Fast 11. People will be on board with that. And it even says it here, Fast 10 is the first part of a two-part ending. It's a bittersweet to think of the finale, Diesel said, May 12th. Look how many characters and great talent there is in the movie. There's no way I can pull that off unless I had everyone on for 5 seconds. These characters are appealing. Well, not necessarily. I looked at 10 and I was like, why is Tyrese and Ludacris in this movie still, right? But it's because people, I don't know, expect it. He expects it, and that's part of the shortcomings of it. Is that there's too much. Go into spin-offs then. Go into a spin-off with Tyrese and Ludacris. See if it works. Go off with a spin-off with Han and Gal Gadot. That's fine with me. See if they work. Oh, so they even say it here. Yeah. Now, I'm waiting to see how they're going to explain that. A spoiler alert, guys. Well, I've already kind of spoiled it. Some of the cameos in here. We shot other things a long time ago, and that might not have fit into a specific movie as a finale, Diesel confirmed. Doing tags is a very tricky thing because you want your talent at the same time. You have to be careful to maintain the emotional state of the young audience at the end of the movie. So that's what you're juggling. And here's the thing too, and here's a little bit of the pompousness of Vin Diesel, is that he's saying, because he's a producer now, but he's saying, I have to deliver these movies. I have to do all this stuff. Yeah, use your circles to bring in talent and stuff, but really, you're not the one putting up the majority of the money. The studios are, right. I got to deliver this. He's trying to be the alpha dog. He's trying to portray the alpha dog there. Who knows? if that works for you guys, it works for me. So a female-led spin-off movie, with Cypher maybe, with Charlize maybe. I don't think you can't have a movie with Letty in it and then not have Dom in it, right? I don't know how that would work. Not to see. But talking about spin-offs, could time travel be involved? Everybody said, well, you went into space, so could time travel be part of these Fast and Furious spin-offs? Well, Fast 10 director shuts down time travel plot for Fast and Furious 11. So no. Straight up the answer would be then no. No time travel. I don't think that would happen. Leterrier, or whatever, took over the reins for Fast 11 or 10. Louis Leterrier took the helm for Fast 11 or 10, and sorry, I'm just going to pause this ad here. Following the departure of Justin Lin, and it was good that Lin wasn't back. We needed a different flavor for the Fast 10 movie. We did. However, the film, having delivered some huge stunts, crazy set pieces, and more action, Fast 9's interstellar action, when also debunked the idea of sending Fast crew back in time. He said, quote, "What could I do? Time travel? There's nothing I could have done that's bigger than that. There's no way. They went to space, so I was like, let's bring it back to Earth." And that's what a lot of the fans were wanting to rein in some of those over-the-top stunts, right? I fell in love with the Fast and Furious movies with international espionage and going to space and everything, but that's not why I watched these movies. I get to do Fast and Furious movie. It was the one that brought back racing to the forefront. Well, did it? It was only one part of the movie, right? That's my legacy as a director. I wanted to bring cars back to the forefront for the Fast and Furious, and I wish they were, but they've kind of set things up. They can't go back to the street racing stuff. It's too global now, right? And your cast of characters are too big to be about street racing. I would love for it to be like that, and I hope that the final big action sequence for Fast 11 to send everybody off into the sunset, Dom's, would end in a race. That's the way I would like. And you don't even have to say who wins. Have the race start and just have them go off, kind of like riding off into the sunset kind of thing. That's the way I would do it. But time travel in a Fast and Furious movie, as audacious as it had gotten, guys, it's not going to get that audacious. That would just be a little too much for some people to handle, and myself included. So there you go. Chris Hemsworth is in the news talking Extraction 3. Chris Hemsworth already has an idea for another sequel. Well, Extraction 2 comes out next month on Netflix, guys. We did a trailer reaction for it. It's up on the channel, and I'm looking very much forward to this. That's going to boast like, what, an 18-minute long action sequence for this. And we are going to be doing a full live watch along here on the channel for Extraction 2 when it comes out. Because, hey, I'm just like every other dude out there that likes and appreciates a good action flick. And Hemsworth delivers with these Extraction movies, it seems. So he's got a third one in mind. And that doesn't surprise people that this would be turned into a trilogy. While speaking with Total Film, Hemsworth said, quote, "I love playing the character. I love this world. I love having something else outside of Marvel that's amused a bit of a following." Good for you, Chris. Yeah, he's more than just Thor. Something more in the real world. I honestly feel like we made a better film than the first one. That's rare in the franchise world, but we'd be remiss not to have a crack at another one. Yeah, just to elaborate a little bit more, he is so much more than Thor. We watched, what was it, Spiderhead on Netflix, where he played a villain in that. He wasn't an action movie. He was just kind of like a tech dude doing experiments on people with like weird psychedelic drugs. Miles Teller was in that film. I thought it worked. He worked in that film, and I do like to see him go beyond the physicality of a role and go into the actual, you know, emoting, dramatic side of things, because he can do it. Hemsworth can do it, and I'd like to see him maybe return to horror, like in Cabin in the Woods, doing that kind of stuff too. That would be kind of fun to see. So to continue the quote, there's so much room in this franchise to expand and places where it can go. I'm excited for what next adventure for Tyler Rake could be in. We'll see how this one does. We'll see how people feel and respond. And if the world is craving another Tyler Rake adventure, I'd be up for something like interesting and seeing and putting it up on screen. He grins. I have an idea. I won't give it away here. So he's got an idea. But again, just because the actor has an idea for it, that doesn't mean that he's going to have the ability to get somebody to put that idea down on paper. I mean, it's not too hard to write a story, guys. A cohesive story that makes sense. It's just, is that story that makes sense going to be something that appeals to a wider audience? And he's correct in this too. It depends on how well Extraction 2 is received, because Netflix is it's a company that will pull the trigger on sequels if it works. They will. And I hope Extraction 2 comes out and people talk about it, because they've pulled triggers on stuff like J-Lo in The Mother that we just recently watched, which I really enjoyed. That one was really cool. We did a full reaction to that one too. And if you haven't checked that out, Netflix still, people say, well, it's hit or miss, and indeed it is. But I'd see an Extraction 3. Oh my God. Sweet Jesus. My bad. Chris Schubert in the live chat says, are you going to go see Beetlejuice 2 in the theater for a reaction? Oh, yes, I will. Beetlejuice 2. Of course I will. Tim Burton. Michael Keaton. Back. And I am a Winona Ryder fan. And I'm a Jenna Ortega fan. Huge Jenna Ortega fan. Can't wait to see what happens with that, for sure. Alicia Vikander was talking about Tomb Raider, and she had a quote out about that, because they were going to make Tomb Raider 2, guys. They were. They had the script and everything. Tomb Raider, Alicia Vikander opens up about the sequel getting canceled in favor for another reboot. Yeah, they're doing another reboot of this. And it sucks, because she was actually a good fit for that role, for that iteration of Lara Croft that they were going to go for. She was like perfect casting. And they had talked about getting Tomb Raider 2 off the ground for like years, that they got the script, they got everything going, and it's like she started to train for it and everything, and then the pandemic happened, and it was kind of like everything got paused, and it got pushed, and it just kept on getting pushed and pushed, and it just kind of got to the point where, well, should we just reboot it? And it looks like they took the route of being rebooted, which kind of sucks, because I had a lot of fun with that first Tomb Raider movie of hers. If it's on, maybe we should do a watch along for it. This is the thing about these franchises. And we can elaborate a little bit more about the Extraction 2 as well. Like these things that should be like, these stories, they focus on developing a first really good film out of the gate, but they should have treatments for second and third film already in store as to where this is going to go. Like, that's what a good writer, that's what a good producer would have in queue. It wouldn't be kind of like, oh, well, the first one did good, how could we do another one? No, you should already have an idea of how to do another one. But anyway, I'm a little bit digressing there. Let's get into her quote here for Alicia Vikander, talking about Tomb Raider 2 and what happened there. She was speaking with Variety, and she talked about talking about playing that iconic character, Lara. She says, quote, I mean, I thought we were very much good to go. We had a director, we had a writer, but yeah, for me, that was one of those childhood dreams. To portray an action character, that was awesome. And indeed she was, and beyond what I ever thought I would do. And I think the physical part is something I really enjoyed. Yeah, she worked out hard, man. If you looked at some of the behind the scenes stuff of her weight training and stuff, getting lean, she put in her work, man. She really did. And it paid off on the big screen. At least it did for me. So to continue with the quote here. So yeah, if another opportunity like that came again, I'd be interested, she said. But so she played it very diplomatically there. She didn't throw any shade or anything. It's kind of like, yeah, I really wish that this happened. Oh yeah, because of the MGM and Amazon buyout. I have no clue. Yeah, because it was part of MGM, right? And then when it got bought out, some of the properties and the licenses got thrown up in limbo. She says, quote, now it's kind of politics. I think Misha Green's brought on to write it, right? The new movie. And I've been ready. So it's kind of in somebody else's hands, to be honest, close quote. So I get from that she's a little bit bummed out, maybe even a little bit hurt that she doesn't get to play the character anymore. Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, it's a franchise that's ripe for the picking, guys. And if they take the page from The Last of Us, that new iteration, that would work fine as a complete adaptation. They used sort of elements for it for her version, for hers, but they didn't go for the full way, and I wish they did. Yeah. So what if you got to pay the writers of the video games some credits and royalties? Use those elements and bring that to the screen, because that was actually a fairly decent launching point for Lara's character, and a lot of people would be okay with that. They totally would. And don't go through that mentality of, well, they played the game so they don't need to see a movie version of it mentality. That's what buried a whole bunch of video game properties. That executive dinosaur thinking. No. Last of Us proves that you can stay closer to the source material than you would think, and people will come out and see it for sure. And her time is done with it. And we'll have to see what happens next with that reboot that's going to come down the works. And I'll keep my eye out for it, guys. Anything that comes up with Tomb Raider, because I am a big fan of it. If you didn't know, like my current desktop screen is Lara, actually. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, it's only on my YouTube stuff. So I didn't mean for it to be cropped in on that part of her body. Jesus. Oh, yeah. It was somebody's fan art. Jesus. Oh, God. But yeah. I do like the Tomb Raider games. James, you should do a better job of pulling that up. I hate it happens. Tomb Raider. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so where are we at? Indiana Jones 5 gets a new poster. Kind of a throwback to the previous posters by like Struan, right? Of course, I don't think he's out. I don't think he did this one. Let me see if I can blow this up. Drew Struan? Yeah, he did a whole bunch, right? But this one, Dolby. Let's take a look. June 30th. That was his name, right? What do you guys think about that? Yeah. Let me just correct this. Struzan, yeah. Drew Struzan, yeah. He did a lot of famous and iconic paintings of posters. I don't think he did this one. He did one for The Force Awakens that didn't make sense because it showed the steps of like Cloud City for some reason. and it had nothing to do with it. See if I can get some credits here for the poster. Yeah, we know that it didn't debut so well on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's still got a month to turn around its marketing campaign to dial people up. I mean, I'm still interested to see it because of Harrison Ford, because of the character Indiana Jones. Mads Mikkelsen is the bad guy in it. Toby Jones is in it. She plays Toby Jones's daughter. So, yeah. The latest promo harkens back to indie posters of the past. And it doesn't give me an artist credit here for who did it. Well, there it is, guys. What do you think about that? Yes? No? Maybe so? You don't know? It doesn't do anything for you? Yeah, it doesn't really do that much for me, to tell you the truth. So we'll just move on. Let's talk about Arnold and Fubar. Actually, Netflix. Fubar is going to be on Netflix, and Netflix has appointed Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Chief Action Officer in new promo. So there's a new promo for Fubar, guys, and that comes out in just 2 days. And we are going to be doing watch-alongs for it. I've decided, because I like Arnold. I grew up in the 80s, and I grew up with Arnold's films, so he's going to be back doing this Fubar series May 25th, guys. So I'm going to have to get a bunch of thumbnail materials together for this. And Fubar is an action comedy television series. Basically, he's like an ex-CIA kind of guy. And his daughter gets involved in it somehow. And he's got to go save her, or she is on her own mission or something like that. I don't know. But it's got like that classic comedy twist to it. Where it's Arnold doing some action. It's going to be 8 episodes. So it looks like it's being dropped all at once. So we may have to take our time and savor it over the weekend. Because on Thursday is when this drops, right? Thursday, we've got all morning booked for Survivor. So the finale for Survivor Season 44 is on Thursday morning. We may watch the premiere episode of Fubar in the afternoon on Thursday. And then we'll watch 2 episodes on Friday and 2 episodes on Saturday and Sunday and Monday. Just knock it down like that. We may even do 3 episodes on Friday. I just want to make sure that people are invested in it, right? Or we'll do 2 episodes on Thursday. That'll be a long day for me streaming, guys, on Thursday if we do 2 episodes, though. Because Survivor's like 2.5 episodes, or 2.5 hours. So 4 hours of streaming. Hey, we did 4 hours of streaming when Stranger Things Season 4 came out. But for Arnold, we'll make that sacrifice. It's Arnold. Fubar. Action on Netflix. And he's now the official Chief Action Officer. I'm going to have to watch this promo. It's only like 2 minutes, right? It's just... Oh, yeah, it's commercial. No, that's not a commercial. Okay, so maybe if I switch over the audio, we can listen to a little bit of this. Let's see if we can listen just to a little bit of this.
I'm working around the clock to bring you the biggest action on Earth.
Good. Oh, that's music.
I'm back, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I want to see. Come on, guys. You know you want to watch this with me on Thursday, right? Come on. It's Arnold.
FBI, I need everybody to...
Okay, so this is just a promo for all the other stuff coming out. That's out on Netflix. All the other action stuff. So they had the night shift there, Extraction 2. All right, and that's that Gal Gadot one. I want to watch that one as well. The Gal Gadot action flick. And then Arnold.
knows action like I do.
Yeah.
Nobody hits like Netflix.
And yeah.
Now that's big.
Yeah. Cool. So he's kind of like the spokesman for action on Netflix. That's actually kind of cool. That's a good promo, right? And that got me hyped a little bit watching that. Arnold on Fubar, guys, 2 days away. I'm excited for it. And I hope it's like, I hope it's kind of got like that Nice Guys feel to it, right? You know, it's gonna have something like that. Not too crass, but crass enough. Oh my, I'm excited for Fubar. Arnold Schwarzenegger, guys, are you going to be looking forward to it? Let me know in the comments below. The Color Purple dropped a trailer yesterday. And The Color Purple is a reboot of Steven Spielberg's film, right? But it's going to have Halle Bailey in it, who's going to be in The Little Mermaid coming out this week. The Color Purple trailer reveals emotional musical adaptation. And so there's a musical version of it. Was the first one a musical with Whoopi? Actually, Whoopi won for that, didn't she? Did I ever even see that? I don't know if I did. All right, so here it is. I watched the trailer. It was fine. I guess I never read the book or the source material. These two are friends, and then they kind of get torn apart and then come back when they're years older, right? Dealing with adversity. I guess to be performers of some kind. I didn't realize that. I thought it was more about working on a plantation or something, but maybe I got it wrong. But the music in this looks like it's going to be okay. Yeah, Taraji Henson. She's in this. Brand there from Fear the Walking Dead is in this. And Halle Bailey is in this. So it's being produced by Steven Spielberg. So he made the first one. And let's see what some of the comments are. Looks good. Fantasia's voice alone did it for me. I saw her in the Broadway play years ago. Oh, okay, so it's based on the play version of it. To all the ones saying this is unnecessary, a lot of people don't have access to a Broadway show or to see touring productions due to high ticket prices. Oh, yeah, I can sympathize with that. Nobody has $1,000 to go see a Taylor Swift concert. I appreciate this adaptation because, and a Taylor Swift concert where you're sitting up way up in the nosebleeds. Anyway, I appreciate this adaptation because it gives those who didn't give the chance to see the Broadway or touring musical. Okay, so it's a musical version of it. Halle Bailey is on fire. Yeah, she is. Okay, I was initially not into this only because of the original movie was so perfect. Yeah, there's going to be people like that too. That would be kind of like, but then when you watch this trailer, they get on board with it, realizing it's more of a musical version of it, right? The Color Purple, a bold new take on the beloved classic on Christmas Day this year, 2023. Yeah, directed by Blitz Bazawuli. Bazawuli. Okay, so there you go. What do you think about the Color Purple trailer, guys? They spell it in the American way, right? With no U. Yeah, and here in Canada, we spell color with a U in it. For some reason, I don't know why. But I spelled it properly there. Good. Now, normally we do some hit or miss headlines here, but I don't really have that much today. This came out a day ago. Marvel did not originally have a plan for Kang to be the villain until they saw Jonathan Majors' performance in Loki and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania that's now out on Disney+. Should we do a full live watch-along for that, guys? If I watch that, no. I'm not going to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. I saw it. I don't want to watch it again. I'm not going to waste my time watching that again. Ant-Man, it's done. Jonathan Majors, I think, is done. I don't think he's going to be able to bounce back and be Kang in this anymore because of what's going down with the allegations and the lawsuits. Even if he's not guilty. It's dragged him through the mud enough that it's kind of like they got to change, not course from Kang. I don't think they're going to change course, but I think they're going to go in a different actor role because they're using multiverse versions, right? They could just say that all those Kangs that we saw in the post-credit scene, like the variants, he's a variant. So a new actor comes in as a variant of Kang. We all understand it. They could quickly, easily explain that right up off the bat, just like the way that Rhodey came in Iron Man 2. And it's kind of like, yeah, it's me. Get over it kind of thing. Yeah, it's me as Kang. A new Kang. Get over it kind of thing. And it sucks for Jonathan Majors' career because he was a star on the rise too. And if he's not guilty and they've recast it, he's just got to build up that resume again. He's got to pay his dues again to try to get back into that spotlight, and he's got to rely on his talent to get him there again. Because if it got him there in the first place, it'll get him there again. So don't despair if you're a Jonathan Majors fan. It's just I think they are going to announce soon that they've got to go in a different direction as Kang, because if he's going to be the big bad guy, you can't have the big bad guy dealing with all that, with all the legal stuff in the background and stuff. So, and he was good in Creed 3 too. I liked him in Creed 3. Bummer, man. All right, so where are we at? We're going to maybe be running on time today, guys. Those are all the major movie news headlines, celebrity news headlines, as we are a movie talk channel. See how I keep on putting that in? I'm really trying to use all the metadata and everything in my mind. Like, I'm not going to splash it across the board. Movie news. Well, actually, we do have movie news there and there. We got, so I don't understand why the algorithm isn't picking us up. But anyway, here we go into the Reddit roundup, the Twitterverse, and see what's going on to see if we've missed any trending stuff. The Idol debuts at 20%. Yeah, guys, this was splashed all over the big trades this morning, too. Let me just pull up Hollywood Reporter's first page. The Idol with The Weeknd and Lily Rose Depp. It's like, I don't understand why they were trying, like, this is them trying to jam this story down our throats. And when I saw it, this was all over Variety and Deadline as well. And it's like, it's a TV show that's debuted at 20%. What do you mean it's getting rave reviews? What the heck are you smoking? No. Anyway, that's why we're not talking about The Idol. Matt Damon on Barbie versus Oppenheimer. This is the first I'm hearing about it. People are allowed to go see 2 movies in a weekend. Oppenheimer is one of them. Okay, so that's cool. At least he didn't belittle of it. He didn't belittle Barbie, because I think Barbie's going to have its audience as well. Oppenheimer's going to have like the cinephiles and everything going for it, and the Christopher Nolan fans, and it looks great. It looks like it's going to be a great outing at the theater for sure. But Barbie's just going to be one of those dumb fun kind of things that's kind of like, we're going to see this to laugh. We're not taking it seriously. Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling weren't taking it, like, they took their work seriously, but they're not taking it like this needs to be up for best acting kind of consideration seriousness. That's not what they're doing there. But Oppenheimer could be up for best acting performances, maybe. I hope so. Matt Damon. Good point there. Lily Gladstone got a standing ovation for her Killers of the Flower Moon performance. Good for her. Good that she's getting recognition. Get some representation up there on the screen. I don't have any problem with that. First clip from Alice the Chimera, starring Josh O'Connor. What's the Chimera about? I don't know. New poster for Teenage Mutant Mayhem. Yeah, Chris Schober brought that to our attention in the live chat. I guess there's a new trailer out for it as well. People didn't really like my first reaction to the first trailer, so I don't know if I'll be doing a reaction to this one. I don't know. There's a huge fan base for this. Lots of people like it, so they don't want to hear. This is the kind of thing where people only want to hear confirmation bias of, it's awesome, man. Oh, it's so great. And if you say anything else, like a, then they come attacking. They come attacking you. All right, what's this? Denis Villeneuve on Florence Pugh. Despite her youth, she has a drive and assurance. You feel you're working with someone who can absolutely go anywhere and do anything emotionally in the subtle and precise way. She's a raw diamond. I mean, indeed, she is. I like Florence Pugh's work quite a bit. She was the whole reason to watch Midsummer, right? Where she got a lot of people's attentions. But I even liked her in Don't Worry, Darling. Fighting with Your Family, if you haven't seen that, she plays like a female wrestler, and she's got brothers that are into wrestling. And they've been trying out to get into the professional circuit, and they're like, she's going to try to get in, and she gets picked. And it's kind of like, oh, she's so awesome in that movie. Yeah, Florence Pugh is great. And we need to watch Black Widow here on the channel. We do. So getting praise from like Denis Villeneuve, that's thumbs up, right, guys? That's thumbs up. Jeremy Allen White and Rebecca Longendijk. Okay, I don't know who they are. Alex Demieux reportedly makes a cameo in The Idol. She's got like a cooking show or something, right? Florence Pugh says conversations are happening about a potential cooking show. She did a few shorts, reels of her putting together like a snack or something, and it's just like, hey, if that's what she liked doing and people want to watch it, by all means, go for it. Great talent. Absolutely. And I can't wait to see her in Dune Part 2. She plays a princess. And Christopher Walken is her dad in that. That's going to be cool to see. Holly Bailey, talking about great talents. Yep. Wow, that's racy, isn't it? That's really racy. Oddly enough, it's not the outfit that catches my eye, it's her hair. Well done. Ew, gross, James. You're an older man complimenting a younger woman. Well, I'm complimenting the picture, man. What are you talking about? Get out of here with that BS. Anyway, Barbie. Dan Smith from Bastille reveals that he wrote several songs for the Barbie soundtrack. So if you're a Bastille fan, that'll catch your eye, right? Little Mermaid. We'll talk about Little Mermaid tomorrow. Oh, I guess I need to talk about that, guys. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to try to do movie news at 11 a.m. But I have a meeting that I have to go to at 10 o'clock. So I'll have all my show notes prepped before I go to that meeting. I don't know if I'll be able to get back in time to be at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. If I can't, then we'll push movie news until 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And I hope I come out of that meeting with thumbs up. I hope I do. So the Barbie album is coming soon with Dua Lipa and the guy from Bastille, apparently. Strange Way of Life, Rachel Senoy, The Idol, Janine Ruby Jane and Rachel Senoy at Cannes. Cannes done now, right? Fantasia, Color Purple. Yeah, we know that. We saw that trailer. New look at No Hard Feelings. Jennifer Lawrence next month. Yeah, she's in that raunchy rom-com, right? Where she's hired to take a rich kid's V card. Matthew Broderick plays one of the parents in it. Yeah. That one's going to be weird. Like, she's got to take somebody's V card, and the guy's just kind of like not into her. Who's not into Jennifer Lawrence? I mean, my God. That's going to be a hard sell, but the trailer did sell it, so it's going to be kind of, I thought it looked fun. So we'll be looking at that. Color purple. Wait, are these posters supposed to go side by side? Is that what they were designed to do? That one is a little bit more colorful. That's a colorful poster. Remember those ones that were just so drab? There was just like her head, and it was like black behind her, and like the water was all dark and stuff, and it was kind of like, yeah, now that's more colorful, but it's still looks a little bit too cartoony, and they're supposed to be like side by side because the water, I guess, bleeds into his poster. That one's kind of like, yeah, I don't know if you need that. But Little Mermaid, oh, we can talk about that too. I was mistaken. I thought Boogeyman opened up this week, but it's next week. Next week, Boogeyman comes out. So I will be seeing Little Mermaid on Thursday, it looks like. Actually, no, I won't if I'm doing Fubar. I may even wait for the weekend to still wait to watch Little Mermaid with my niece. Yep, I think that's what's going to happen. All right, that's where we ended off yesterday. Sofia Coppola will release her new book. Or we do like Sofia Coppola here on this channel. I do like her work. Archive. It will cover the entirety of her singular and influential career in film, constructed from her personal collection of photographs. Yeah, she takes photographs too. She's very talented. Of course, her old man is Francis Ford Coppola. Her cousin is Nicolas Cage. Sofia Coppola. There we go. Looking forward to that. Have to check that out. Aubrey Plaza says streaming services make her angry. I was trying to watch Top Chef Season 20. Couldn't figure out how to effing get Hulu live. I give up. I just can't. I can't. Well, she was trying to watch Top Chef, eh? I do like Aubrey Plaza. We watched Emily the Criminal on here. That was a great film. Aubrey Plaza, really quirky sense of humor, too. She's the kind of woman where you don't want to make her angry. If you make her angry, you get on her bad side, run for the hills. That's but I like that about her. I do. Martin Scorsese. I'm at an age now where everything I try, I want it to matter for me. It always did, but even more so now because we're just running out of time. He's feeling the age there, Scorsese. He's feeling his age. Well, he's 77 now, right? Is that what I... How old is Scorsese? 80. Okay, no, he's up there. Yeah. Interesting quote that he's getting up there. He's just running out of time. Well, you know what? Clint Eastwood is still making movies in his 90s. So he's still got time. But I would say eventually there's got to be a time where you're just like, these functioning years that I have before I'm wearing a diaper and I got to be, my bed's got to be changed because I soil it every night. I want to be able to spend that time with my family, right? Going out and experiencing things, going to the beach and doing stuff that you can do, right? Sorry, there was a fly on the wall there I just had to kill. His time, that fly's time it indeed was running out. His time has come. All right. Yeah, the retelling of a horror Cinderella. We talked about that yesterday. Okay, guys, that's it for me today. I don't see anything else here trending. I'll cut out some of these stories and post it up online later. I think I'll cut out the TikTok stuff. I think I'll cut out the Lara Croft story as well. We had fun with that. And the FUBAR, yeah, FUBAR. We're looking forward to FUBAR, guys. I don't see this second trailer for. I'm not seeing it for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I see one for Kraken. Oh God, I saw that. I saw the Kraken trailer on Book Club, and it was like, that's counter programming. Okay, let's talk about that. I don't know what the heck Pixar. It's Pixar, right? This Kraken trailer, or is it DreamWorks?
Introducing our smallest virtual.
I don't know. Basically, this little girl is a Kraken monster. She goes to school with a little mermaid, and the mermaid, DreamWorks, the mermaid is the villain in this. They're just releasing the Little Mermaid live action, where the mermaid is a good guy, but in this, because the Kraken is ugly and the mermaid is pretty, the mermaid is the villain, and it's kind of like, what the heck are you guys doing? This is not the appropriate time to be doing that, because it's counter programming. It's I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Terrible trailer anyway. This is impressive and awe-inspiring. No, it's not. I love this so far. Well, I'm not the audience for it either. I'm not the audience. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. As I said, we will try to do it at 11 a.m. tomorrow, but if I'm not back in time, then we'll do it at 1 p.m. tomorrow. But I'll have all my show notes ready to go before that. All right, that's it, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Mirror Domains.